Today's interlude will feature something more lore-friendly, and a topic that will, at some point, show in the LP's storyline. In one of the episodes around this interlude. The Thanet coup. What happened at Thanet Island in the Witcher world is a very interesting moment. Thanet was a coup, actually. It happened on a small island where a banquet was created with a specific goal in mind to reunite and sort of create the conclave, as it is called in The Witcher 2, a very powerful and important collective group of mages that will govern the use of magic in general. It was also very much intertwined with the northern politics, with the very similar situation that we witness in The Witcher 2. The northern kingdoms are about to face a war with Nilfgaard, the first war. And there were three groups. There were three groups at Thanet Island. One group was favoring to support the northern kingdoms. The other was hoping to side with the Nilfgaard itself. And there was also quite a big group that wanted to remain neutral. I don't want to go into too much detail on what happened on the Thanet Island, mainly because what happened there is really connected to Geralt and Ciri storyline, because Ciri was there, brought by Yennefer. Also among the mages who supported Nilfgaard was one mage who wanted to capture Ciri. As I said, Ciri was a princess, and her political significance as a potential wife to a powerful throne was quite strong. Geralt was fighting that mage. It all ended up with Geralt's defeat. Actually, it also seems that the mage allowed Geralt to live. More or less, everything ended up with a massacre. Triss Merigold at that moment founded The Witcher and transported into Brokilon. It's another part, and the coup was actually a disaster. Maybe not to the level the perturbations. Well, Eloquine was also not a disaster, actually. What actually happened is that some people benefited and some did not. Among the participants, there are some very interesting names that you should probably like. So, on the side of people who supported the northern kingdoms, we have mainly, among the supporters, Sabrina Glevisik, the one killed by Henselt in the game, Philippa Eilhard, Deathmo. Among them is also Radcliffe and Kair Metz. The supporters on the Nilfgaardian side is, for example, Francesca Findaber, a very old elven sorceress who you might remember from my in the LP. Geralt talks about her with Jorveth when it comes to Dolblatana, elven state. There is also Lydia van Bradevoort, Kahir Mar Difrin Eit Kellach, a Nilfgaardian. And when it comes to people who wanted rather a neutral stand in the matter of politics and the war between the Northern Kingdoms and Nilfgaard, we have, for example, Yennefer from Vengerberg, Bianca Diesta, or Carduin of Kovir. There is also some people who died during the coup. I won't list them all. It is an interesting situation because it seems after the Thanet coup, everything when it comes to mages fall apart. Everyone was doing what he really wanted. The mages became sort of a halfly rogue, halfly uncontrolled. And you know, when you have a fantasy world with a very strong presence of magic, it is the power that magic can control, the influence it can have on people and on the world. You usually have to find a sort of a way that doesn't lead to anarchy. And what we experience in the Lochmuin at the moment, it's also something like that. A situation where we hope to establish an order. So, thank you very much for listening. I hope I clarified a little bit of the Thanet coup for you. That's one thing. Second is a topic that I actually write it down. The Amber Chamber, that was mentioned in the LP. The Amber Chamber, you also have some screenshots here, was a very old 19th century created interior for one of the Moscow Tsars for the Russian Empire. And the problem is that it was more or less lost during the Second World War. It's quite possible that the Nazi Germans stole it. And the thing is, it's one of the biggest mysteries of 20th century when it comes to the fact that we don't actually know where it is. It was recreated. There is sort of a whole replica of the chamber, but actually it's not the chamber. And the thing is, the amber chamber is very popular in Polish culture because it seems that it's there is a castle, for example, that was rebuilt during the Second World War to have a place that actually was designed to put the amber chamber inside. Every parameters, suggest that this is a place where the amber chamber would fit. And we don't actually know where it is. We don't know what happened to the amber chamber, and everyone is trying still to find it. There are people who really want to find it. And since it was mentioned in the LP, I believe it is a sort of a little bit of an Easter egg or a reference, so keep that in mind as well. Thank you very much for listening. We go back to the LP now. It was, as always, a great opportunity to share my thoughts with you.